Okay, so my handy dandy tripod. Will this work? You gonna work? Well, not. Bam! Look at that. Oh, we're in business now. Yes. Okay, so you guys don't know this because I haven't finished the video yet. It's a 40-minute video about woodchucks. It's entirely too much content about woodchucks. Like, I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by it. Like, 40 minutes you think is too much. It's not. It's not enough. Chuck Watch 2024. Chuck's watch has ended. Bye. Don't miss you. Fuck those Chucks. And so anyway, I've moved on and we've got some new projects. So bear with me here. Okay. So you guys don't know this because I haven't told you. You don't know anything because I don't tell you anything. So now I'm gonna start telling you things. Then you know things. Then I don't have to say you don't know this because I told you. Now you know, right? Duh. All right. So anyway, I want to increase my flexibility. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just sit on the ground, and that will do it. And it does. So I was like, well, you know, I want to do stuff. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. Like that's what meditating is. It's like, no, I got stuff to do. Like, for example, we'll get into this in a minute. Is studying trading charts and doing stuff and things. So I was like, okay, I need a place to do that. So I was like, oh, I'll just take this leaf, this table leaf, put it on a stool. Oh, don't do it. Put it on a stool. Boom, impromptu table. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. But the inspiration for this was from picnicking. So I'm like, okay, I love picnics because, again, you guys don't know this, but I spent a lot of time in that's my bus, in my bus, traveling all around the country multiple times, and on the Harley, which you guys have seen a bit of. But even when I'm not traveling, I picnic. Spring, summer, and fall. Basically, I had picnic lunches. I love picnics, and I'm fucking amazing at picnics. But it's always about taking stuff to the next level, and I want to have a table. So I've got the ground cover, my sheet, this thing, that thing. Like we're good, and that's another video for another time is about that. But anyway. So I wanted a table, and I want to be able to sit on it and rest my arms, and I want to be able to have my legs underneath it and then move around and not knock over the table. And it's got to be light enough and foldable. That way I can fit on my Harley. Anything can fit in Z because it's a fucking bus. If you can't fit something in a bus, then it probably shouldn't be mobile, right? So I've been playing with the idea, and I found a couple online for like $300, and I was like, fuck you. Now when I got stuff laying around my house like this, I need like 2 more. And then I got this leaf, which is entirely too heavy, but it's a good mock-up. So I've been out here measuring and doing mock-ups for a folding picnic table that I'm going to make. I'll make a video on that. And then it'll come out in like 3 months because it takes forever to edit videos and post videos. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Sitting here on my, this feels like an executive desk, looking at my water feature, and I'm gonna go through these note cards here and make some note card trading rules for day trading. Because I want to say that's how I make money, but I don't. It's definitely not something that is happening right now. So I'm like, I'm outside, I'm enjoying nature, I'm increasing my flexibility, and I'm studying and getting a bigger brain, which is neat. Oh, this is a feature of this table. You don't know this. Whee! That should make you want to barf. I'm amused, so amused. Okay. Mr. Pencil. Good job. Okay. I like how this table is movable. I'm so amused by it. You can see how level the table is. Oh, yeah, nice. One thing I'm going to put on this table. Is I'm going to bevel the edges so markers and stuff don't roll off. And when there's a spill, inevitably it doesn't roll off onto your crotch. No one wants a picnic wet crotch. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making note cards to define the type of trade that I'm about to do. So whether it's a scalp, an intraday swing, a multi-week swing, or a long-term, And by defining the type of trade that I'm doing, then acknowledging the level of trade, whether it's an A, B, or C trade, and there's pluses and minuses, A minus, A plus, etc. And then to get to the crux of the issue that I face is how to collect profits. Because I'm inconsistently collecting profits, where I was in a move today and it went up 30% and held 30%, and I didn't collect it. And then I did a super rookie move, just really stupid. And I was up 30%, so I was in. Boom, in. In. Okay, it went up. Cool, it came down, whatever, don't worry about it. Then it went up. See why I need the bevel? This is why we beta test stuff, to figure out I need a bevel on my picnic table. So then there's 30%. I was like, cool, neat, I'm gonna go to lunch. So normally what a smart trader does, what I typically do, so cool, I'm up. Yeah, there we go. So I'm up 30%, neat, good for me. So what I would do is I would chase it up. There's a thing called a stop loss. So it's basically a mechanical protection. So if the price crashes down, if the price just goes blah, then I'll automatically get stopped. So and you can set it for whatever, 1%, 2%, up 100%. I set mine at negative 32%, which means that everything I do, I'm willing to lose up to 32% of whatever I put in. So typically as the price moves up, then you move your stop up. And one of the issues is that maybe this is a longer term trend. Well, within this trend, you've got smaller things that'll happen. So one of the frustrating things can be balancing greed and maximizing profitability. So it's like, well, okay, where do I put my stop? If I put my stop here, cool. I mean, super cool if the thing turns over and goes against me. Then I've locked in that profitability. Now, if it comes down and then it goes back up, oh, fuck, I missed it. Brr, 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 brr. And then that's how you get into FOMO and greed and all this other stuff. It's bad. And all this is from not having a trading plan, which is here. So today ran up and I didn't put a stop in place. It was up here. Nowhere did I put a stop. And then the stop that I had in place was off at like 50-some%. So instead of collecting a 30% winner, I lost 50%. And it's just like, Matt, what are you fucking doing? Dude, this is unreal. Like, bro. That's like rookie level shit. That's fucking unreal. Unfucking real. Okay. So, the issue that I was facing was I didn't define what type of trade I was doing. Because if it was a scalp, which a scalp is just basically get in, the trade goes green, boom, you grab it. You take what's on offer, don't care, whatever. And then there's like intraday swings, which is basically a longer term, a few hour trend. Where it's like, okay, it's 10 a.m., I'm going to hold this thing, and hopefully it goes up to a larger percentages, and I collect a larger earnings over a larger time frame. So that's where having the stop placement comes in. I didn't do that and nuked myself. So it led me to saying, okay, before I enter a trade, I'm going to define what the trade is beforehand and define the grade. What type of move is this? Is this an A+ move that's going to pay me really well? There's low risk, high probability of me winning? Or is this a mediocre move mediocre risk, or is this a trash move that I shouldn't do and don't do that? Options. Options. I don't do Forex. I did crypto and lost an incredible sum of money doing that. But all I do is options. And yeah. So, and then basically blue chip and mid cap. I don't really do any penny stocks or anything like that, because that's a great way to get fucking nuked. So yeah, just mostly options. I mean, blue chip options. But defining the trade, is it a scalp? Is it an intraday swing? Is it a longer term hold? And then the grade, A, B, or C. And then that will tell me how I'm going to collect profits, because there's no fucking reason that I should have been up 30%, and it didn't just go up to 30% and then come back down. No, it went to 30% and stayed there for like 20 minutes. And then it stayed at 15, 17, 25. Like, I had an hour and a half where I could have just very easily just been like, oh, I'll take that. And I didn't, because I didn't define the type of trade that I was doing. And it was an A+, it was an absolute A+ move. Oh, it was so good. But because I didn't define what I was doing, I got smoked. So never again. The whole point of this is iteration and learning. It's not everything that can happen is going to happen. You know, that's learning. But unless learning is applied and executed, and the next time, then you're just fucking up. I don't like doing that. So I'm sitting out here on my beta picnic table, increasing my flexibility, looking at my my water feature, talking to you guys, and making my note cards. So what I'll do is I'm going to physically make these, say, so I'm going to physically pick the card up before I enter a trade. So I'm going to make it a little bit more tactile, more engaging, a little more. I'm at the point where I've been meditating for like 55 days, and my emotions, I made a video about this, but I'll just tell you now. Due to the time that I've meditated and the contemplation and the study of Stoicism and going to one cognitive behavioral therapist and one sports performance therapist. That's a fucking mouthful. That dude gets paid. And anybody who, I don't know shit about trading. So if you want to know about trading, go to American Dream Trading, and then that's your place to go to. I don't know shit about it. All I do is lose money and fuck up. So don't think that I know what I'm fucking talking about. That's why I'm making this video, because I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to fix it. So there you go. But what I've noticed is that my biggest problem wasn't technical analysis. I can look at a chart and I can tell you what it's doing. Like, training a kid how to do that. That's not hard. What's hard is looking at a chart and not freaking the fuck out, panicking, clicking buttons like a fool, and getting nuked. So that's why I began the practice of meditation, was on the recommendation of the sports performance psychologist. And what's happened is, anybody who says your emotions are gone, oh, I don't have emotions, they're a liar, they're full of shit. Unsubscribe, stop watching them immediately. But what's happened through mindfulness and noticing my emotions is it's kind of like my emotions were a blaring radio, and it was just like, I couldn't think, I couldn't do anything because my emotions were so fucking loud. Through mindfulness, meditation, the volume on them is turned down, almost mute. Where before I'd be like white knuckling, praying to the trading gods, oh my fucking God, please let this go my way. And I'd have like machine gun leg, or I'd like grit my teeth, or I'd just get fucking irate. Now I don't care. I'm so indifferent. And that's created space for the technical analysis to come in and give me my edge, give me my advantage, and give me space to say, hey, am I scalping this? Am I scalping this? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? That's the important thing. Why am I doing this? Because I fucking want to. Okay. Well, that's not a sound reason. And because I fucking want to is a great way to lose money. So it's just observing the thoughts and emotions that come up, and maybe acting on them, or more often than not acting on them. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, no, you can't do, at least with Webull, you can't do trailing stops with options avenue. Behemoth Monkey. Yeah, man. Doing it. You're seeing it. I'm doing it, man. Yeah, so, yeah, no trailing stops on Webull for options. I just manually pull it up. Boom. Water feature for you. Water feature for you. I'm in AMD right now, and yeah, I'm in AMD calls right now. I'm in Amazon calls. I'm in Roku calls. I was in Shopify calls, but I collected those today. I was in the Qs, triple Q, but I got out. I strangled that. That was a mistake. I strangled that one. Oh God, I strangled the crap out of that. No, I'm not touching the video rate. Well, I mean, I'm in AMD, which is, basically NVIDIA. But no, everything's overbought. The market is so high right now, and sort of waiting for the correction. Yeah, I mean, everything is so high, but no, there's going to be that the metering, the readjusting. I don't know what they're calling it, but they say they're going to do it on the 23rd or the 24th. They're going to adjust the weight of some of the blue chips. NVIDIA is one of them, because it's so disproportionately bought up, valued, that they're saying that it's overbalancing the market. So I'm not sure what that's going to do to it, but I don't want to be holding anything during that. And yeah. What do you typically do, Avenue? You scalp? Do you intraday swing? Do you do like long-term holds? Are you options? You Forex, crypto, shares? Term, weekly swing, intraday swing, scalps. So those are the 4 strategies that I employ in my trading. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I have a Roth as well. And yeah, dude, that's smart. Way to go. Nice. Very nice. I'm not trading shares right now because Webull has the 2-day turnaround on your cash because I'm in a cash account. I'm at a margin. So it takes 1 day for my funds to settle with options. So what I spent today will be available tomorrow morning. Where with shares, it takes 2 days. So whatever I did today, I wouldn't have those funds available until Thursday. And that messes up my trading style. Plus I like options because you can play it up and down, you know. And the market's only going, they say 2 directions, but it's 3. It's up and down, sideways. Fucking sideways kills me. Chop City. Okay. I'm doing it, man. That's what I do. Was fortunate enough to be profitable enough to have the freedom of time to do what I'm doing. That's it, man. Lose money in the market. Now I'm still severely down. Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? I'm down. I'm so down. It's crazy. But no, I did well enough in my other business that I haven't worked for another person in God, 15 years. So yeah, that's it. I don't punch a clock or behold to anybody except for myself, which is why I spend so much time and energy on the whole self-improvement thing. One, because I almost died this year, yeah. And that'll kind of put things into perspective as far as perspective and health and gratitude and purpose and meaning and engagement. Yeah, that's okay. But engagement, like, just gonna fucking exist or live? And I'm like, Jesus, let's live. So, to answer your question, I'm fortunate enough in my work that I don't have to work for anyone else. That is not changing. So, yeah. It doesn't mean I'm a baller. I was. Now I'm broke as a joke. But I don't care because I could be dead. So, you know. Um, but dude, I tell you what, like, I've made more money in a year than most people will in their entire career. And I was like the most miserable fuck ever. Ever. You know, like 16-hour days. I didn't have a day off for 8 months straight. I I built a company and I employed almost 15 people, and I did something that nobody else in Michigan had done at the time, and that was pretty fucking rad. But, you know, like, did I enjoy it? Yeah, part of me did, absolutely, because it was a personal summit. It was a challenge. You know, it was something I could sink my teeth and claws into creatively and intellectually as a businessman. And that was fun, but yeah, as a person, was I happy? Fuck no, I was miserable. I am more financially destitute now than I have been in, I don't know, probably 20 years. And this is the happiest and most satisfied and I have the most gratitude now than I did when I flew to New York to buy fucking bespoke shoes. I flew to New York just to get shoes made for me, and then I flew home that afternoon. Like, who the fuck does that? I still have those shoes. I fucking hate those shoes. They're great. They're the most comfortable shoes that I never wear because I fucking hate them. Who the fuck does that? Like, piss money away like that? That's retarded. But I did. And I look at it now and I go, financially, yeah, I pay my bills and that's cool, but I'm super fucked. And I don't care. Not even one bit. And then there were times where I'd make 10, 15 grand a day for weeks on end, and I'd be furious. Oh, I only made $3,000 today. Fuck this. What the fuck? Who the fuck thinks that way? And it's like, typically until something like what happens to me happens, then that doesn't change. So I live frugally and I don't spend frivolously, and I understand how much effort goes into making money and how quickly it can go. So I'm just really mindful of my budget. It takes time, you know? Oh, yeah. Anybody who says that money doesn't make you happy has never had it. Seriously. But the perspective changes. Like, when I can go to the grocery store and I can just buy whatever I want, you know, I'm psyched. I'm happy. When I go to the grocery store and I go, okay, man, I'd really like a case of sparkling water, but not happening. Get chicken, get pork chops instead, and get a block of cheese, and that's what I get. I'm grateful, but I'm not happy about it. It's like, fuck, I wish I could afford these things. But yeah, life is much easier without the worries of how am I going to pay my bills. You know, can I buy pork chops and a block of cheese and a case of sparkling water? Like, when you don't have to think about that stuff, it's one less thing to think about, and it frees up space to think about other things. But yeah, that it typically goes from not having money to having money, understanding what that is, or having money, not having money. Either way, the bell curve goes money, not having money, holy shit, let's go get money. But here's the thing, like, I look at it now and I go, okay, financially super fucked, so totally super fucked. And if my happiness is conditional, then I'm more fucked. I'm so much more fucked. But if happiness and joy and pleasure in life, in participating in life, is non-dependent on anything but my choices, my attitudes, my perspective, my actions, then it doesn't matter. Because I had money and I was miserable, and now I don't have money and I could be miserable. That's like, well, no, I could just choose to not be miserable. And what I notice is that money comes and goes and it flows in, but it flows in. It's easier. Yeah. But it boils down to effort too. Like, it's not easy. Not like people that make bank, people that crush it, it's not an accident. And typically people don't see all that goes into it. And it's way more than what people think. And, I'm a very driven, very ambitious person. And being poor is not something that, I accept. So it's like, okay, well, get to fucking work. But I redefine what work is. So you asked earlier what is work. I'm working right now. I'm out here. I've got multiple lines going, but I'm working on my health physically, mentally, and intellectually. I'm arming myself for remedying the mistakes of today, tomorrow. So it's like, well, let's define what work is. Like, I could go sit in my desk in the house and force myself to do this, or I could come sit, make a desk out here and fucking do it this way. And I think that's something that is a bit of a, it's a purchased luxury. People that have time, have the freedom and flexibility to redefine what work is and say, okay, well, I am going to sit out in my yard, look at my water feature, and study and prepare for work tomorrow morning in this format instead of whatever else. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact, Avenue. That is a fact. But it takes learning, it takes iteration, and it takes consistency in that application, because it could get worse. Like, you think the bottom is there, it could go down more. And that's where, like, being conscientious and aware of things comes in, and it's like, and the whole gratitude thing comes in. It's like, no, I'm glad that I'm where I'm at, because 2 weeks ago it was way worse, and 2 weeks before that it was way worse, and 2 weeks before that I was in the hospital, and then a month and a half before that I was in the hospital almost dead. Like, it could be fucking worse. So, but people who've been through shit, there's a grit and a gnarliness that comes where it's like, yeah, okay, I can take a punch. You motherfucker, I'm going to swing back, though. It's like, I'm not just going to take it. And that, to me, the hardiness that comes from suffering and knowing that suffering never ends and that we can derive meaning from it and use it as power, that's neat. Because it's like, well, you can't hurt me any more than I've already been hurt, because I won't allow it. And then also, I've been through worse, so this ain't shit. There's that too. And that's the foundation that you're talking about? Fuck yeah. Good stuff, Avenue. Nice. Very nice. Back to the fountain for a minute. I take messy progress over perfection. Like with this impromptu picnic table. Yesterday I was just using, I came out here and used just this. And today I got this table leaf. And it's like, yeah, am I going to use this? Yeah, out here, today, tomorrow, next week. But am I going to use this on my Harling? No. But it's like, am I going to not do anything because it's not exactly what I want perfect? No, that's crazy. So they say messy action, take messy action. I am a firm believer in just get after it, use what I've got, and just progress, just move forward. They say baby steps. I'm an adamant believer in compounding the wins, compounding the gains, compounding weight loss, compounding learning, compounding whatever it is. Just, they say in the book Atomic Habits, it's the 1% better. And that shit works, for sure. For sure. Alright, you guys watch the fountain. I am going to go do a mat thing in the bathroom. Never ends. Yep, you're on fountain watch. BRB. was thinking about it, and I'm lucky because I couldn't work if I wanted to. Like, things have gotten better for sure, but I still go to the bathroom like 10 times a day. And if I don't go to the bathroom, I will poop my pants. Period. Like, there's no, it's not going to happen. No, it will. So, I'm lucky in that. I'm in the position that I'm in because I wouldn't hire me. I couldn't hire me. How? Couldn't. So, lemon sun tea. I make and drink one of these every day. So good. So good. Something about putting tea in the sun makes it taste better. I don't know why. It just does. But you know, that's another reason why, one, I've taken my health so seriously. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, all of it is because, you know, the death thing. It's so easy, by the way. Not even scary. You just don't care. It's just like too sick to care. Too sick. I mean, to know or to care or to do anything about it. It's like, no, something bigger has me, and that's what it is. And they came in, I'm ranting here, but they came in, I think a day or so after I was admitted, and they wanted to do surgery that night. And I said, once we ring that bell, it can't be unrung. I just got here. Let's fight. And they're like, okay. I'm so glad I did, but yeah, that was gnarly. That was super gnarly. But no, well, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point, Avenue. A remote job. I could probably do a remote job. But again, I don't need to. I don't need to. No, like, I don't need to. Got gas in the car. Got groceries. I'm good. Just barely. I don't give a shit, though. Because the difference between drowning and not drowning is just that much. Cool. But yeah, that's a good point. I could. If I had to, I could. But I don't have to. And I'm not I don't do plan B. There's no plan B. I do plan A, and plan A fucking works. Period. Like, that's how I roll. It's grit and endurance. That's the way I overcome. It's like just earlier, I outlast the problem. The problem gets tired before I do. But I don't engage a lot of things. Like, I don't do a lot of things because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I understand what that's going to take. So I don't embark on things that I'm not going to see through, you know? It doesn't mean that plan A doesn't change. Oh, it definitely does. It was, who was it? Patton or somebody said that the best laid battle plans go out the window when the battle starts. It's totally true. But you say, okay, we're going west. The plan is to go west. Well, you go in a straight line, good luck with that, or, you know, be flexible and malleable and adjust. Continue west. That's the plan. Plan A is we're going west. But it could be a circuitous route. So, yeah. I'm an adamant believer. I made a video, but I'm not going to publish it. But I made a video. Maybe I'll post some pictures. But on June 30th, I had a mark in my calendar, and it said burn the ship day. And June 30th was coming up, just a couple weeks ago. And I thought, why did I put that in there? So arbitrarily, why did I do that? And I did that for a reason. And okay, so let's make a thing out of it. So I started a family tradition. So I got together with my family, and we got little popsicle sticks, and we made popsicle stick boats with like cardboard paper, and we wrote names on them and stuff. And we made 23 of them, and then we ceremoniously burned them. And it's burning ship day, and that comes from Cortez, actually, the conquistador. So Cortez, when he landed in Mexico, he ordered his men to burn their armada, burn it, just right to cinders. And they did. And he said, we're going to conquer or perish. We can't go back because we burned the ships. There is no course but forward. I thought, that's a fucking Cortez thing to do. Like, now the real story is that Cortez was a fucking monster, which is undisputed, and his men were so sick of him, and they were so mutinous, and they were so exhausted from the voyage. It was so brutal that they were going to abandon Cortez and his loyal cohorts, and they were going to sail back to Spain and say, fuck this. They were out. They were fucking out. And not just a couple of them, like almost all of them. And Cortez found out. So he went through and he said, oh, the ships, they are too damaged from the voyage. They're no good. We're gonna have to scuttle them. We're gonna have to burn them. And then when we conquer, then we'll make new ships. And they did. The crew burned the fucking ships. Every single one of them. They burned them all. And I thought, the resolve. Whether the men believed or not in what they were doing, it didn't matter. They were pot committed. Whether they wanted it to be or not, they had to make it. Because there was no way, there's no going back because they burned the ships. That's how I roll. Like, ultimate commitment, ultimate conviction. There's no going back. We burned the ships. So it was on June 30th. We burned our little armada of popsicle sticks ceremoniously in that fire pit right there. That's what that fire pit is. It's from burning the ships. And I said, I'm going to make it as a options trader because I burned the ships. There's no other option. So, I don't put energy into anything else other than how do I conquer, how do I get better, how am I a consistently profitable trader. All my effort and energy goes into that, and my health, which goes into trading, and my spiritual, emotional well-being. If I'm upset, then I'm emotional, then I'm probably going to trade poorly or inconsistently. If I'm not fed, tired, hangry, hot, have to go to the bathroom, then I'm probably not going to be trading with a clear head and making the best decisions, which I have to do because there's no going back. Burn the ships. Yeah, sure, there's options. I'm sure if I like you said, avenue, like a remote job. Yeah, but that's not my mind. That's not the way I am. I never even considered it, to be honest with you. If I would have already done it during a harder, deeper suffering. This is not suffering. Life's really fucking good. I mean, I got my markers. I got my fun thing. How neat is that? I got my colored paper. I'm having a picnic in my backyard with a pitcher of tea next to my fountain. Like, dude, my bird has a fish. Butterflies are hanging out. Like, dude, life is fucking good. No more chucks. We chucked those chucks. Ugh. So happy that woodchuck. Oh my god, I'm so happy they're gone. I've got the. That's my peacock, and that's where the peacock is. I fell into a chuck tunnel. Where the umbrella is a chuck hole. On the other side is a chuck hole. I got those covered so I don't get skunks, which I definitely have skunks. Oh, I've got all the creatures. Matt's backyard creatures. Matt's backyard creatures. Matt's backyard creatures. Dude, all the creatures. Cats, random cats. I have random cats, skunks, squirrels, rabbits, all the rabbits. Bus bunnies. I call them bus bunnies because they hang out right by my bus. They're just always hanging out. They just like hanging out at that front corner there. Yeah, bus bunnies. So the story with the bus is that's Z, my bus. I bought it. God, I think I bought it in 2014 for like $6,500, and I have been all around the country with that thing. Like 4 times. I'm talking coast to coast, north and south, east and west, all over the frickin' place. And so when I talk about I'm a pro picnicker, yeah. So right now it's not running. It needs 2 things. Only 2. 3. The headlights out. But it needs a new engine and it needs a new transmission. Every other mechanical component on that bus is brand new. Brand new. So I put about 15 grand into it. Yeah, it's about 15 grand into it. So, let's just say 23. Let's just say 25. Why not? So I got 25 into it. So it'll take another 15 for the engine and transmission. So, 40. And then I've got the interior tore apart because I like custom, bespoke. I like things that are made, purpose made for me. So I tore the inside apart, and I'll have it professionally redone to my specs. That'll probably be another 5 grand. So all in, probably about 50 grand. But that bus right there goes between 30 and 60,000. But I had someone who wanted to buy it last week, and I said, no, I'm good. And then when things were super bad, I considered selling it, but it's an asset. It's it's an asset. It's funny to say, but that thing's an asset. And I don't take losses on assets. I don't break even on assets. So it's going to sit there probably until just before the snow flies, and then I'll put the engine and transmission in it. But I got bigger fish to fry, and applying these rules and being a consistently profitable trader is the pathway to drop 15 grand on a bus. Because if I'm just scraping by and paying my bills, like by that much, by the skin of my teeth, then there's no fucking way I'm putting $15,000 into a bus. So I do really well with incentives, like gamify. I need the carrot. So the carrot is, well, because I'm an adult, and a pretty juicy carrot is pay your fucking bills. That's a good carrot. But in all honesty, like, the better carrot is, oh, hey, I could fix my bus and then have my picnic table on my bus, or pull my Harley behind my bus and then put my picnic table from my bus into my Harley and then ride somewhere, go swimming, go surfing, whatever, have a picnic, go back to my bus, sleep, or whatever. Like, okay, that's a juicy carrot. Let's go. Now you're talking math language. Let's go. So it'll kind of like, it's all about alignment of purpose and goals and what incentives work. That's a strong incentive for me, because I don't do things to just be like, oh, hey, I'm making it. Like, that's part of it. You have to suck for a while and then suck less and then make it, and then hold, and then be crappy, okay, mediocre. I have an idea what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Ego didn't get the best of me, and then crush it. Oh, I don't know. Carrie, I have no idea. He does that. That's his thing. Like, sounds like you know the drill. Nothing new. Like, that's what he does. That's all I'm going to say about it. Like, those of us that have been around know the deal. Know the deal. Wow, drink. God damn it. We know the deal and the routine, and wish him the best. That's all I can say. So yeah. But on that note, Cary Avenue, Mr. 100 Rupees, Behemoth Monkey, thanks for hanging out. This was fun. This was cool. So videos that are going to come up will be Chuck Watch 2024. The Chuck Watch has ended. Yes. Goodbye, Chucks. You guys have no idea how happy I am that those Chucks are gone. They're not dead. I didn't kill them. I trapped them and chucked the Chucks. But they're gone. And then videos after that are going to be picnic focused. So I'll be walking through some of the things that I'm doing, like the picnic table, making the picnic table. And then I'm learning how to leather make. Drink. I should learn how to speak too. I'm going to weave tan and red leather together, lattice, and make a picnic basket case for my cooler. That way it looks like an old school traditional picnic basket, but it's made out of leather, and it just looks cool, because picnic baskets are cool, they're fun, and I think picnics are the funnest thing in the world. And as far as like, no, I don't Twitch. No. So we'll do picnics, Matt's Pro picnics, and that's all I got for right now. I'll definitely talk about meditation. I'll definitely talk about Stoicism and Zen, Buddhism, or whatever. I'll talk about trading, not financial advice or anything like that, but just kind of where I'm at in my process, the things I've gone through, the things that have helped me. One, meditation. If you're a trader or thinking about being a trader, I wouldn't trade any money. I would meditate for 8 weeks, 20 minutes a day, and then I would start paper trading. I would not have lost more than most people make in a year had I done that. But I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm good at business. I'd be a good trader. Nope. Not how it goes. So, yeah. It's gonna be a little while before we do motorcycle content. One of the carrots that I have is that I got the flat tire and I'm not replacing the tire until I earn, we'll just say $800, until I earn the $800 from my trading account. I'm just not, like, that's the game that I'm at right now. Is I need to replace the brakes on my car first. I need to change out the spark plugs, and so I got some responsibilities. But anyway, the game is make that account earn that, because that's what I want to do. Also, if I went on any really long rides, I would just poop my pants. So, you know, going to the beach, I haven't been to Lake Michigan once this year. Not even once. Not even once. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. But, so there's not going to be any real motorcycle content for a while, because even if I had the tire fixed, I wouldn't be riding much anyway, because poop pants. I got some yard projects that I'm doing. Oh, the pond. We'll do, so we got picnic. We got Matt's backyard creatures, because there's always creatures in Matt's backyard. Picnics, ponds, and projects. Motorcycle content will probably come around in, if I do a trip this year, it'll be before the end of September. If I do one at all. I don't think I will. But I don't really want to go anywhere either. That's what's interesting, is that all my traveling has always been because I don't want to fucking be here. Like, yeah, I love giving my eyes something new to look at, and I love exploring, and the wanderlust is I've gotten that I got a pretty heavy dose of wanderlust for sure. And basking in the unknown is something I enjoy, but it was always that I didn't want to be home, because fuck this place. Where I think that drove me into a lot of mistakes, and I've spent so much time here that I've been trapped here. But instead of, like, when I've been to jail, being homebound is not jail. Anybody says that it is, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But being here, I would be so, like, chompy, like pissed about it, and I'm not now. And I've spent time making this house a home that I want to be in. So, one, physically and financially, I'm not in a position to go travel the way that I used to, or that I like to. So it's not an option. And if I did, it would be wholly self-destructive. No, I'm not into that. But also, I don't have the desire to, and that's the first. And it's because I want my home to be that, and that's a home. And I want something new, and that is a place that I want to come back to. I haven't had that since I was a kid. So I don't think there's gonna, I'm gonna go to Detroit, and then I want to take my mom to Niagara Falls. She wanted to go for the last couple of years, but I'm not gonna do content on that. But aside from Niagara Falls and then Detroit, we'll do Detroit before the end of the summer. I want to go to Kitchen 76. I want to go to IKEA. I've never been to IKEA. And what is it? Detroit Custard Co. Kitchen 76, Detroit Custard Co., IKEA, and I want to go to both Kitchen 76 and Detroit Custard Co. twice. I might go to Mabel Gray too. That place is fucking delicious. If you're in Detroit, go to Mabel Gray. Worth it. You got to get reservations. Worth it. Totally worth it. And but no, I don't think any major trips. My dad hit me up today and wants me to take the train to his house and then take the bus from his house home. He lives in Holland, which, you know, I live here. My dad lives here, right on the lake, and he's blind. he's fucking blind. Like, for real blind. He has a dog and everything. So, he wants to come and visit. And so he wants me to be the guinea pig and take the train and take the bus. So I get to lay the land, let him know what it's like. And I'm like, can I ride the train and not shit my pants? I don't know. So that'll be something I'll film. I'll film that. So we got some adventures coming up. The bus and the train to Holland. That'll be the first time I go to the beach. Oof. Yeah. So Ordinary Matt content is getting very projecty. Yep. I like that. Avenue. I like that. Homes are the best. They are. And I think that having a home that you want to come back to is a key ingredient, and it makes traveling all the better, because when I was overseas, not in the military, when I was overseas, I met a lot of vagabonds that they were like, yeah, I called my mom and I'm having her sell my Subaru so I don't have to go home. They were like renouncing everything, and it was their only plan was they didn't want to go home and they wanted to stay on the road. And I understood that, and I didn't sell any of my assets because I'm not a fool. And but I understood that. But I think it's incredibly powerful to have a base that you want to be at. Like, it doesn't have to be Shangri-La, but you know. But yeah, learn with me. I like that. And people, I don't know if you were around for this, Avenue, but my content is the weirdest shit. It is so strange. Like, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that would watch me mop cat piss poop mop. They would just watch me mop cat piss. I'm like, what the fuck? So like, my audience likes watching me do stuff and things, which is why I keep filming random shit, is to figure out, one, what I like, what my interests are, because this is a hobby for me too. But also, it's like, well, what do you guys want to see? Like, you want to see me build a pond? Okay. You want to see a little bit of Matt's life? Okay. You want to see me build picnic tables? Cool. I know people like the travel, the motorcycle stuff. I know that. And I know people like watching me fucking fight with woodchucks. Out of all the content that I've made, the woodchuck content is by far the most viral. I can go and look on my YouTube analytics, and when I do a Chuck Watch 2024 video, that shit just spikes. It's so crazy. I don't know if it's more popular than cat piss poop mopping, but it's damn close. Two things I'm happy to not produce content on. So, home projects and just ordinary Matt stuff. But I'm going to call it. The lightning bugs are coming out. The mosquitoes are coming out, and they suck, literally. But this has been good. It's been good hanging out. I enjoyed it. So, thanks for hanging out, Avenue. Great chatting with you. And, yeah, drop me a comment. There's a Discord. I have a Discord. I would be very careful in that Discord. You will see some things that you do not want to see in that fucking Discord. Don't go to the Discord. Not yet. It's fucked. It's super fucked. I get trolled so hard. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. I'm not surprised. I was surprised at how quickly it happened. That's all I'll say. It happened immediately. The moment that this Discord was set up, it happened immediately. And I was like, wow. I would say get a life, get a hobby, but they clearly have one because they're so good at it. Yeah, don't. I gotta do some admin shit to the Discord. It's fucking shocking. If you don't know, you're welcome. You don't want to know. So, all right, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll put the Chuck video up probably by the end of the weekend. Yeah,